the cancers as well as for routine cell definition like hemoglobinopathies, platelets. Everything will comes under the pathology segment only. So it's a very important for our day-to-day activity to show how very important for daily pathology is very mandatory important segment for live everyday activities. Okay, artificial intelligence, why it is very important for pathology is normally human intelligence is not able to identify multiple segments in pathology. For example, if there is any platelet reduction in the cells, if you want to check for the in platelets now, it requires multiple slide analysis. For a single slide, it will take minimum 20 minutes for processing a slide. I hope you understand my concept, right? Everyone knows about pathology, right? Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, you are audible.
Yeah.
Yes,
No
sir.
problem.
Yes,
I
sir.
hope everyone knows about pathology. It's about a study of cells.
Sir,
And
can you give a small overview on pathology, sir?
Yeah, thank you. Sir, ma'am, pathology is nothing but to diagnose the cells in the slide. The blood sample is collected in the slide, or else the tissue is being transformed into the slide to identify the slide. What is the pathogens and what is the molecules which present in the slide through the microscopic examination. There will be there are lakhs and lakhs of cells which is available in the body, which will identify which cells are be inactive, which cell is non-active, which is cancerous cell, which is more yes, the cells which need treatment. So everything will studied in the pathology only. Study of cells and body tissues is pathology. I hope you got my point, ma'am, or you want more brief explanation?
Yeah, sir. It's fine, sir. It's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, if you don't like, I would like to add one point. Myself, Dr. Yuvraj. Sir,
Yeah.
Petho, the origin is Petho means disease related.
Yeah.
Logy means branch of study. Logy. Sir,
Can
is
you
it
able
audible?
to? Yeah.
Yes.
Can you say?
Sir, is it audible? Sir, Petho.
Yeah.
The Petho name came from its meaning is origin of disease.
Yes, origin of disease. Yes, you're right.
Logy means branch. We know. Logy suffix.
Yes, but for a simple explanation, we
Okay,
want
sir.
to say if it's a cells of identification of cells in the slide, which is through the microscopic procedure by the pathologist.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just I thought of adding, sir.
Yeah. You are absolutely right, sir. You are absolutely right. It's a brief explanation. I think if you are presenting for a diagnostic segment, it is
Yes.
that's what
Thank you.
Okay. The artificial. Thank you, sir. Thank you for it. Artificial intelligence is a computer system capable for performing tasks that typically requires human intelligence, such as visual perception, pattern recognition, decision making in healthcare. How it will perform? For example, if we'll take a slide. In slides, there will be multiple cells will be present. If, for example, I hope everyone has seen the glass slides, which has been used in the in school and college days. This glass slides, in that glass slide, the cells will be present. It will be lakhs and lakhs of cells will be present in a single slide. So to identify the particular cells, the human visual will take multiple time. For single slide, it will take minimum 15 to 20 minutes, which will be not possible for identification of more clear identification of the cells in the present workforce available in the world. So the AI is a very important platform to identify the cells. For example, if you have a slide for platelet recognition, it will take minimum. Platelet is a very important parameter which will be used for dengue. If the patient have dengue, the platelet will be reduced drastically. So for the confirmation, every platelets slides of the dengue patient will be sent for the pathology for the screening after having the CBC. So in that slide, for identification of low platelets, it will take minimum 15 minutes for a single slide. It is not possible to scan more than hundreds and hundreds of slides per day. So this will help you for identification and giving the solution for the patient as well as for the doctors also. It will reduce the time for diagnosis for the doctors, and it will give the more precision diagnosis for the patient. I think I can go for the next slide. We will have discussion, or you have any doubts, we can clarify here itself.
So
Because it's
better,
a very small segment, it takes multiple articles. So we can have a discussion. I will give more inputs on this uh, starting topic itself.
sir, one suggestion. At the end
Yeah.
of the session, you can have a interaction session. That will be good
Yeah, okay, fine.
after completing the session. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, the traditional microscopy, the manual examination of the glass slides under microscope, it take intensive time and subject to inter-observation variability. For example, if you're a single pathologist and a multiple pathologist, every pathologist have their own observation. The same observation will not be given in all the pathologists. For example, if the 10 pathologists are observing, 10 different type of observing results will be given by the pathologist, because every human have their own visible thing. So it's a very difficult task for the pathologist also. Next, the evaluation of the pathology, it comes for the digital pathology. So it comes under with the whole slide imaging, enables the digital storage, sharing, and remote constitutional of pathology specimens. For example, if you have multiple specimens, the same for a single patient, all the specimen will be scanned in a single column. So it will effectively help the doctors to identify which slide is more positive and which slide is having the less positive samples. So computational pathology, it's a AI algorithm analysis. So it is a child of digital pathology. So both are combined together only. Without digital pathology, computational pathology is not possible, like AI algorithm, because the slide imaging will be scanned and it will transfer to the AI algorithm, which will identify the pattern and for all the slides, which is invisible for the human eyes. A small identification patterns of cancer cells or platelet changes will be visible in the which is not visible in the human eye, can be identified in the pathology using the AI, which is a very important thing for the human generations way forward. The pathologists are facing the time constraint, which I told in the previous slide itself. The pathology facing a very huge workload because of very huge disease population in the world. So it is very constraint for the pathologists. So they came with the diagnostics variability and observation for consistency. So this will give you a single slide which you monitor in a single AI. If you go for any AI platform, the same consistency will be delivered, which is not possible in the human eye traditional microscopy. Hello. Okay, fine. The workforce shortage is a very which we discussed in the previous slide, is also a very major concern for the pathologists. Except India, there is a shortage of pathologists worldwide more than 70%, which is a very huge workload. So India is major driven for a pathology. So having more pathologists than any other world. So we are providing in a AI platform also. India is driving the world market in pathology. Mostly the US and UK market are coming way behind our Indian market in coming for the pathology segment. So I hope everyone knows about the digital signal processing, which is our which we have in engineering subject. This AI comes under the basic subject of digital signal processing. So all the images which been processed in the slide are communicated to the system via digital signal processing. All the slides will be classification into different kind of images based on the predefined prototype which we are defined to the AI. So entire pathology in AI comes out from the digital signal processing (DSP). So this pathology diagnosis is very effective in artificial intelligence when compared to the manual microscopic pathology. Image classification, AI distinguishes between malignant tissue as well as malignant tissue with remarkable accuracy and category specimen into diagnostic classics. So malignancy is nothing but cancer cells, which is very minute in the particle, which is available in the slide. So for identification of that malignant tissue, it's a very important things. As well as if you come for the pathology, there is a segment called immunohistochemistry. Okay, this immunohistochemistry, we will after identification of the cancer cells, we will go for multiple analysis. Like for example, for we consider as a breast cancer. There is a multiple antibody which will be used for identification of breast cancer. Which kind of drugs will be used for effectively for the patient? For that time, we will use ER, PR, HER2 kind of such kind of parameters. This ER have multiple cells. It will consider as medium, low, and high. Okay, this identification is very important for image classification. This will help you for the patient to recover soon when compared to visual manual microscopic examination. So image segmentation will come for next segment. Image segmentation algorithms precisely decline the tumor boundaries. For example, there is a boundary for the specimen for the treatment of the patient for the tumor. Particularly, if there is a 1 centimeter of tumor which is available in our body, if you are identifying visually, if you are identifying 2 centimeters, cutting the 2 centimeter of organs in our body is a very difficult task, as well as is a very painful exercise for the patient. But this AI will reduce the precision area of tumor boundaries, which will help for the doctors as well as for the patient for their treatment segment. So separation of categories region from healthy tissue to quantitative analysis. The pattern recognition is also a very important thing. Machine learning, model identity, morphological patterns, and they can escape the human detection, revealing their diagnostic signatures. This we had discussed in the first slide itself. Every pattern of A for the cells will be defined in the AI platform. This AI will define, okay, these cells are malignant cells, these are normal cells. So we want to identify this malignant cells in a particular area pattern. So this pattern will be transformed into our result, which will give away more precision results. So predictive analysis, so this will predict the progression of the treatment. So next, the patient is going for next kind of like grade 2 cancer, grade 3, grade 4. So everything will be analyzed by the AI and will give the clinical data for the doctors for the treatment of the patient. So it will reduce the treatment time as well as for the drug analysis as well as the treatment cost also. It is a very major concern, but this model is coming in a basic steady level only. For example, out of 150 to 200 pathogens in the world market, only 100 to 120 pathogens only available. More than hundreds and hundreds of pathogens are not available for the AI platform, which is presently under the developing stage. Okay, conventional neural network, deep learning and CNN, I think everyone knows about it. It's a basic pixel development data. So how much the pixel it's going to define, and how much it is going to improve the slide monitoring with the help of automated tissue detection as well as tumor detection within under the grading system. For example, the slide has been scanned in 2x and 4x, but we want to digitally scan up, process the slide up to 100x, which is possible with the support of AI, which is not possible in the normal microscopic procedure. So in traditional machine learning, the algorithm complement deep learning, providing interpretational model for risk satisfaction, biomarker discovery, and clinical decision support. The clinical decision support is a very major thing in AI for the future thing. So it will decide what is the drugs which can be accessed to the patient for the support for the clinical recovery with a short medium time, which is very very important, because this is going to a big problem in the present diagnostic segment. So digital pathology integration with the whole slide imaging and the digital glass slides. So this is also AI enabled computer analysis for remote diagnosis. For example, if you have a patient and your lab in Cochin, and we want to process the slide in Chennai, which is possible with the support of AI, which is earlier it will take minimum 4 to 5 days for the transportation of the slide, but now the slides will be processed within 15 minutes of time period with the support of digital pathology integration. So using my computer sitting in Chennai, I can able to support the doctors in in Cochin also. And the equipment service support also we can provide within a very short time. Earlier, it required a manpower to address the laboratory, but now the AI have given a big advantage in digital pathology. With the support of AI, we can see what is the problem in the system, and where is the problem, and what is the solution we can able to provide within a short time. The AI enables to reduce the breakdown of the instrument also. It will reduce the treatment time also. It will reduce the doctor's interpretation time also. Earlier, if it is take more than half an hour for a reporting for a patient, now it requires only 2 to 3 minutes for reporting a patient. Okay, how the digital pathology works? We'll go for this process. Normally, once the slide has been processed, how the slide is processed, I will tell you. Once the cells has been collected from the body, from the patient, it will go for multiple process. For example, first step will be a grossing process. Once the sample is grossed, it will go for tissue processing, where the water molecules are being dried out from the cells, and it will go for embedding, and the slide will be ready after the staining process. Once the staining is ready, the whole slide will be go for the slide scanning process. The slide scanning will scan this slide with 20x and 40x magnification for entire slide. So it will be a high resolution digital image, typically more than 40 up to 40x, but digital AI can be processed up to 100x. Okay, after the slide has been scanned. Now the scanned image has been processed to image processing, which I told earlier. It's a digital signal processing, color correction, removal, ensure consistent image quality till the extraction prepares for magnifical image patches for analysis. Nothing but it will enlarge the slides image from 0x to 60x or 100x based on the pathology requirement. So model and training and validation, it will go for designate trained AI. We have multiple AI. We are dealing with Opera. Opera is a digital pathology AI which is made in India, which is supporting all over the world. Okay, this AI model recognize the pathological features, and it will go for a multiple slide image processing. So this slide will define which one is very important slide, and it will process the slide before going for the entire slide. For example, if we have 100 slides, it will scan initial scan. So okay, these slides are these 50 slides having positive cancer cells, and this 50 slides is negative slides. So the negative slides will be processed later on. First, the positive cells will be processed in the initial stage itself. So diagnostic support and reporting, the AI assist pathologists have highlighting the regions of the interest, suggesting the diagnosis and generation quantitative metrics of the inclusion of the pathology reports. For example, if you have multiple slides for screening, more than if you go for a pathological lab, you have thousands and thousands of slides per day. Literally, if you go for any pathology lab, if you consider, we'll have example like Anderson or Metropolis or Lalpat lab, any kind of diagnostic lab, have more than thousands of slides, which required minimum 50 to 100 pathologists. So everyone, it's not possible in the present Indian market, right? So that is not, that's kind very huge kind of pathologists in the Indian market also. So only particular 50 number of pathologists can't able to assist. Only 25 to 30 pathologists will be there. So this AI will reduce the pathologist time. So these are the positive sides. It will assign to directly to the doctors. The doctors will see the positive slide first, and they will see the negative slide later on. So it will give the effective time reporting for the patient. Okay. AI identifies cancer detect. Mostly AI is used for cancer detection only. Present market, as well as for the platelet detection, because both are very important things, which is related to the cancer cells only. So the cancer detection, AI identify the meningitis in the breast, lung, colonial tissue, sensitive matching for existing experts pathologists, enabling the earlier intervention. Which we told earlier also, a single slide requires multiple examination. For processing a zero point 0.5 to 0.5 of centimeter of the slide, it requires minimum 20 minutes. But a slide is 20 into 20 So it requires lot of time for a single cancer detection. So this slide, which is conventional, now the AI has taken care of this particular area. So it has reduced the time more than 70 to 80% of the cancer detection, which is a very beautiful thing in the diagnostic segment. So tumor segmentation, it automated delineation of the tumor meningitis adds the surgical planning, margin assessment, and quantitative evaluation of the treatment response. For example, we consider CER, PR, or 2. This, if you have ER, if the doctor has reported as PR, but the patient is actually with ER thing. If you can't able to identify the correct treatment for the patient, 100% the patient can't survey in the market. So this AI is given a very beautiful thing. It will 100% give the exact result of the ER, which will help you to give the patient more and more recovery from the cancer treatment. So cell counting and grading, this also like we'll consider as a platelet. If the body requires minimum 1,90,000 of platelets in our body, but if the doctor is there is an equipment called CBC. I hope everyone knows about it. Complete blood count, which is used for checking our entire body, like HP, platelet, WBC, RBC kind of thing. In that equipment, there is a possibility of interpretation issue. So in the time of dengue or chikungunya or any kind of viral infection, so in the time, if the platelet is not measured properly for the children, it will be a very effective problem for the patient. It will be a very big problem for the patient. So this AI give the exact quantification and quantification of the cells. So it will give, for example, if it is a 50 cells present in the body, it will give the exactly 50 cells, which is not possible in the human visual sight interpretation. So outcome prediction, AI model integrate the histopathological, molecular, clinical data, and predictive survival, risk management, and optical therapeutic strategies. This is what we are told earlier. This entire outcome of histopathology, molecular genetics, everything comes for the cancer treatment as well as for the future diagnostics of the our body. So everything will comes under the single AI module. So final result will give the exact strategy. What is you are going to have next 10 years? For, there is a possibility of having cancer for next 10 years, which is predicted earlier before of the cancer treatment. Before the cancer is identified in our body, it will help the patient to recover very soon before going for a cancer treatment. The basic itself, we can stop the cancer treatment, which will help for the patient outcome very easily in a very predicted way. So we are going for the benefits of the AI integration. It will give the diagnostic time reduce more than 3x time. Now, normally in 3x is more than 2021, it's 3x. Now it became more than 7x time. So the accuracy rate is more than 95%. Whereas the human manual microscopic procedure, the accuracy level is approximately 70 to 80% only, to be frank. But the AI depends upon the pathologist, to be frank, because there is a senior most pathologists also available where their accuracy rate is more than 95%. But the AI give very accurate for multiple samples in a smaller work time. For example, within 1 hour time period, we can process more than 100 slides, which are required for more than 3 working days for a normal pathologist to report. So the AI help you to reduce more than 40% of the workload for the pathologist, focus on complex cases and patient care. Normally, the pathological is a very tremendous pressure thing which they are going to report for the patient life. It's a life or death matter. Okay, it's a cancer. It's anyway. It's going to the pathologist is going to say about the cancer is positive or negative only. So it's a very tremendous task for them. So they have their sustained workload. Say they can able to take only 20-30 slides per day. They can able to 30 slides per day only. But the treatment of the patient is very important. After reporting this slide only, they can able to give the treatment for the patient. So transformative impact. What is the impact? Well, you are going to get the from the procedure of this AI platform. So the AI eliminates the inter-observer and the inter-observer variability, providing the consistent diagnostics across the institution and time period. Okay, the AI eliminates the observer. Inter-observer means, for example, if there is for a single slide in normal traditional diagnostic, how it happens? If your slide has been detected as a positive, it will not be directly reported for the patient. Okay, this slide is positive. So they need an inter-observer. So it will go for another pathologist to confirm, yes, this is positive cells only, this is negative cells only. So the for manual integration, it required 2-3 pathologists to confirm a single slide to say it's a positive slide, which is very difficult time thing for the patient, because the treatment is very important for every minute, right? So this eliminate the inter-observer and inter-observer variability, because one pathologist will give negative, one pathologist will give positive. Again, it will go for the third pathologist. So the third pathologist will give positive, then it go for the treatment. So this will be avoided completely with the support of AI. The improved patient outcome, faster and more accuracy diagnosis enable timely treatment initiation, personalized therapy selection, and better prognosis assessment. For example, this ER antibody we are taking in our body, so in a correct time, it will reduce the cancer molecule to reduce to be controlled in very short time when compared to going for other medicine and giving checking for okay, this is not helping out, this is not helping out. Finally, find out ER. The first time itself we are giving the ER treatment is very effective for the patient outcome, right? So global access to the expertise, AI democrates the pathologist services, extending the specialist level diagnosis to underserviced region through digital consultant platform. most of, I hope everyone aware of Indian healthcare segment, which is way forward when compared to the worldwide, even European as well as American platform. For example, if you go for the European for any diagnosis, it required minimum 3 to 4 working days for getting an appointment for getting checked for your body health checkup. Okay, so which is not possible in the present Indian circumstance. So most of the African countries are using as a India as a AI guru. We want to say as AI guru. So they are scanning the slides from Africa. The reports have been issued from Mumbai, Delhi, as well as Chennai. These three are having the major workload for the pathology for the worldwide samples. Okay, the data privacy and ethics in AI, there is a European standard which every company want to go for a study as well as for a certain kind of documentation work. So they want to obey with all the ethics procedures. So they want to give a proper protection for the data of the patient, and informed consent and algorithm bias requires a careful governance framework, ensure ethical AI deployment presently, which is available in the Indian market also. Indian government CDSCO also having lot of documentation work for company for the documentation of AI, which will help you for preserving the patient data. Second thing is model interpretability. The black box algorithm challenge clinical acceptance. Explainable AI methods are essential for pathologist trust and regulatory approval. So, for example, if we take, we are a software engineer, we are developing a AI platform for a pathology. There is a algorithm which has been predefined for the pathology. Okay, these cells, if you have multiple cells in the body, so these cells are negative cells, these cells are positive cells, which has been already have multiple challenges in the market, which has been accepted by the pathologists, and they derived a certain kind of, okay, these cells are positive, these cells are negative, which has been already defined by the clinical pathologist. So now the AI model is more acceptable by the pathologist, which rather in the starting times of 2017-18 is the starting stage of AI in the world market. So now it is in a very robust model for AI, which has been implemented like a black box. They have their own algorithms for the cells. Dataset requirements. Training robust AI model demands large, expectly data sets and resource intensive process and limiting the wide spreads of developments. So dataset requirements. That's what I told you earlier. There is only 20 to 30 cells or slides patterns of diagnosis in AI for the pathology. Now it comes more than 120 for IHC markers. More than 300 to 400 markers are available presently required in the future, which is under development by the multiple peoples. Okay. Regulatory validation. AI diagnosis tool must undergo rigorous clinical trials and regulatory scrutiny, navigating complex approval pathway across the jurisdiction. So this required multiple CDSCO license as well as the pathological data license also, which is available in the Indian market. If you go for the international market, you want to abide with the European standard procedures. There is multiple documentation which is available in the world market, which you need. If you go for the US market, you want to pass through the FDA market, right? So similar way for each and every country, there is a standard procedure for accessing the African market as well as for the Indian market. CE is more than enough, but European standard is very difficult to get through when compared to US market. Also, it's a long and heavy procedure. But if you are developing your own AI for pathology, if you gone through the pathology in CDSCO, it's very easy to get the European market. Now they have a very good relation between European market as well as the Indian medical team. So critical consideration: successful AI implementation requires multidisciplinary collaboration between pathologists, data scientists, ethics, regulatory, ensure safe, effective, and equitability deployment. For example, operas can have more than 120 pathologists in their platform. 120 pathologists in their algorithm development procedure platform. So they have more than 100 software engineers, and multiple hospital and laboratory chains are under their clinical trial evaluation. So for example, if you are generating your own AI, it requires minimum lakhs and lakhs of sample to verify your AI is going in the right way or not. So I hope if you developing your own AI, we can able to support from the industrial segment. We can able to support you to collaborate with the multiple laboratory to bring your output for the AI segment in the world market. So we can effectively collaborate with both of us. So we can give the platform to give access to the patient also, as well as for the hospital segment also, as well as pathologists also. Okay. Okay. How the telepathology integration is the next generation, which is going to happen in the AI. Remote diagnosis expand access to the pathology expertise globally. So if the pathologist is sitting in Chennai, can able to give report for a patient in Africa or Europe or any other countries all over the world. So this basic AI report generation will diagnose the basic slides, and it will give a rough idea about the slide. Okay, these are the positive slides. I hope these are the positive slides, because AI will not give 100%. Okay, this is the positive slide, because end of the day, the pathologists want to report the slides is positive or negative. Until now, in the worldwide, the AI can't able to report final report for the patient. It want to go through the pathologist only. So the remote diagnosis, which is very give the AI will give a very good platform for remote diagnosis all over the world. The personalized treatment, which I already told, AI guides the precision medicine by matching patients to optimal therapy based on the tissue signatures, based on the tissue present signature. What is the present AI market is coming on the future? We'll talk about the future. There is a development in Israel, which will tell you your body consists of cancer cells after 10 years. Your body is going to have a cancer in your liver, your kidney, or your in your lungs. Next future 10 years, before next 10 years, this is the structure of your body. So you want to have your treatment like this to prevent the cancer will not occur to your body. This is the personalized treatment is going to come the future market. The human AI collaboration, the intelligence amplification pathology capabilities, rather than replacing the human expertise, it will have a human and AI collaboration. That's what I told. If the AI find out these are the cancer cells, it want to go for the human intervention to say yes, these are the positive cells, because end of the day, the visual identification of the cells very important, because it's about a patient life or death matter, right? So it want to say final go with the human AI collaboration only. It will be going like that only. It is not going to only AI collaboration for the pathology. Without pathologists, AI can't survey. Without AI, pathologists can survey. This is going to happen in the future. The future of pathologists in AI enabled. As AI technologies mature and clinical validation expands, we stand at the threshold of new era in diagnosis medicine, one where computational intelligence and human expertise combine to deliver unprecedented accuracy, efficiency, and patient benefits. So the journey towards fully integrated AI pathology system continues, promising to revolutionize not only how to diagnose a disease, but how to understand and treat it and most fundamental level. So we have a clinical expertise from the pathologist also. We have a clinical expertise with the AI also, which will give very high accuracy in treating the patient for coming for the cancer's diagnosis. For example, if you have a tumor in the brain in a particular area, but we can able to remove certain area only, but if we able to remove bigger section of this one, we can able to go for the paralysis in the future. But this AI and the future intervention will help you to minimize the circumstance of the area for the cross section of the biopsy from your body to reduce the treatment time also to the patient. We'll go through this video. I hope this video is visible to you.
Not visible, sir. Not visible.
Not visible?
Yes, not visible.
Just a minute.
So as I was saying, ever since I switched to Victoria, I felt empowered, like I can study anytime.
Is it now visible?
No, sir.
Is it now visible?
No, no, sir. Not visible.
Is it now visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, வருது வருது இப்போ வருது.
Hello, hello everyone. I think you have gone through a short video of how the digital pathology works, and the AI, how the AI works in the present world market. I think can we have a interactive session? If you have any doubts, we can clarify from our side. So
Yes.
I hope I request your participation in this session.
Yes, sir. Participants, if you are having any clarification, you can clarify.
Because the next future is going with the AI for pathology. That's sure. You have multiple doctors here in your forum. I hope everyone can be able to contribute for the diagnostics market, which is essential for the future of the Indian population.
Now is an interaction session. Kindly discuss with the expert.
If you have any doubts of pathology or digital pathology, if you have any doubts, we'll clarify that one. Then I will go for AI also. We will classify into three different parts. Okay, I think I will classify this pathology in three different parts: conventional, digital, AI. Okay, normal conventional pathology, we will see the slides through microscope, normal microscope, which we used in schools and colleges also. Later on, after 2005 and 2008, it has been evaluated to for the digital scanner. So once the slide is loaded to the scanner, it will automatically scan and give the slide image which we seen in the image, right? So similar way it will show you in the computer the slide images. Later it has been developed to AI in 2016-17. So now the AI taken a major role for diagnosis of the cells and prioritize the slides. Okay, these are positive slides. We want to push front for the doctors for approval. These are the negative slides, so we can bring back to the slides, which is not very urgent for the patient reporting. So this is the main advantage of the AI, which will give more accuracy and efficiency for the diagnosis of the pathology lab as well as the hospitals. So I think you are going for the future AI market. So I hope you will have some clarification, so I can clarify from my side, from the industrial segment side. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, yes, sir. Audible, sir. Sir, actually, we are very new for the pathology, AI-driven pathology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's
Ma'am,
why we are not going
okay, fine.
inside. But my
Okay.
doubt here, you have given that AI-powered platform, cytological slide scanning, indexing. What do you mean, sir, indexing?
Indexing
Here,
means we are identifying the particular area, ma'am.
okay.
Hello?
And here, one more, I have seen that automated classification. I didn't listen this word,
Yeah.
automated
Automated
classification.
classification means in cells, ma'am, there will be counts of cells, right?
Yeah.
In slide there will be multiple cells will be there, ma'am. Okay. For example, A slides, it will around 50 slide cells are there. B cells around 20 slide cells are there. So this is called automated classification.
Okay. Fine.
Platelet, we will consider very basic sample, tissue cells. Platelet, hemoglobin, okay,
Okay.
WBC, RBC. Okay, these are the
Yes.
cells which is available present in our body.
Yes,
For
yes, yes.
in a particular slide, how many RBCs are present? It's a classification. How
Okay.
many WBC are present? It's a classification. How many plates are present? It's a classification. So this will be automatically classified, ma'am. Earlier it will be done manually. Now it is done automatically.
Oh, fine, fine, sir. Very nice, sir. And we can also identify by using this pathologist test, we can also identify hormonal imbalances also, no, sir?
Ma'am, hormonal imbalance is a different subject, ma'am. It comes under the immunology
Different
segment.
because we are very far for the biological. So that's why I got.
I'm also far from biological only, ma'am. 15 years before, I'm also engineering graduate only. Hormonal imbalance will comes under the immunology segment. I hope day after tomorrow the
Endocrinology,
subject.
endocrinology, it will go. I hope.
Yes, ma'am. It comes under immunology.
Yeah.
I there is a session on day after tomorrow by Sandal Manikam which will cover this segment
Okay.
for immunology segment. Okay, pathology is basically about the slide detection, cells detection in the slide, ma'am. That's it.
Okay, fine, sir. We can also apply
Someone has
the
raised.
deep learning also, no, sir? Deep learning techniques also we
Yeah,
can
ma'am.
apply. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And
100%
we
we
can
can apply.
also go for
Ma'am,
multi-model, ensemble models, multi-models, all we can apply, no, sir?
ma'am, all the models can be applied through the support of DSP, ma'am.
Okay. So how can we get this data set? Is
Data
Kaggle
center, pardon, ma'am?
Kaggle is we are having the data set for this, sir, to apply these models and all. Any public data
Ma'am,
set is available.
Multiple public data is available in the market, ma'am. If you want, we can support we can collaborate you with multiple pathologists, which they will provide multiple data documents, which will be used for development of the AI, which we can support from our industrial side.
Fine, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Someone has raised the hand.
Sir,
Sorry,
hi,
sir.
sir.
Yeah.
I hope I have a question, sir. Regards pathology is very interesting to know. So where we have non-intensive techniques to find internal organ failures and all. So my question, sir, how this pathology is highly impacting the general examination of an patient. So, was this pathology that we are speaking about? Is there is any higher contribution of general examination? Because the this is we see now cancer, heart disease, so all come from in early minor symptoms.
Yeah.
So, do we have any idea about how the pathology is impacting in the general examination, sir?
Okay. We'll consider as a urine examination. Okay. It's a
Okay, sir. Yeah.
basic examination in the pathology, right? All the cells studies, if you consider about biochemistry, immunology, molecular, genetics, everything will comes under pathology only. Okay, if we consider basic, if a patient is having fever, they go for a laboratory or a hospital, they prescribe for a blood screening test, right? They go for CBC, complete blood count, and they go for urine examination. Okay, the urine examination will comes under the pathology only. In urine also there will be multiple cells like pus cells, epithelial cells, RBC, which is present in the urine also. In CBC, complete blood count. I hope you understand my point, right? Complete blood count means you are going to check your entire blood counts,
Platelets.
starting from RBC, WBC, platelet, multiple fractions are there. Okay. In WBC there is multiple subfraction are there. Okay, we doesn't want to go there, but these all the studies are being studied by the pathologist only. How this AI going to support you? For example, we'll consider a village near Vellore. They need to scan a slide for a baby, 3 years old baby. Okay, this 3 years old diagnosis. Okay, if the platelet is less or not, the lab having their own CBC cell counter in their own laboratory, they will process the sample within 2 minutes. They will get a report. But there is a multiple probabilities there for getting the wrong report for the platelet. So for that one, for the pediatric patient, 100% they will send the samples to the pathologist for visible screening of the slides. How this AI will support you there for a normal laboratory test or a basic screening of the diagnosis. A single slide for a peripheral smear required minimum 20 to 25 minutes for a pathologist for identify. Okay, this number of positive platelets are there. This number of WBC are there. So this number of we'll consider as multiple parameters are there. Okay, we'll consider some parameters which is not known to you. So this identification is a classification which I had informed the madam. So number of platelets. Okay, it's 1 lakh platelet count for the patient. It will the AI will support you to identify very quickly. Okay, it's less than 50,000. They will alert the pathologist. Okay, this is very, very, very important sample for a kit. It's less than 50,000. If you are not going to give a proper treatment, the patient also can't able to survey. Less than 20,000, 10,000 is a very, very difficult task for the patient to survey. So these are the basic parameters where the AI give a major importance to the world market. I hope I address your point, right?
This is perfect, sir. On to the point. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, and another curiosity: do we have any the real-time pathology-based hospitals or healthcares working on it so that we can learn it, like under India, so we can see it's getting closer to us. So, do we have any real-time examples that we can see in India?
In Chennai itself, there is multiple laboratories having AI platform, like Anderson Diagnostics and AI platform. CMC will have their AI platform. Makaveri hospitals, Apollo Hospital, everyone have the AI platform, but they are in the basic stage for a platform. Okay. For example, if you go for CBC screening now, it's a very expensive thing. For per annum, it's around approximately 5 lakhs for diagnosis of for the CBC parameter itself. ER 5 lakhs, PR 5 lakhs. So the cost is very high when compared to having a pathologist in India. So we are working with multiple people to reduce the cost, which is very effective to the patient also. It takes some time for more hospital, but we have multiple hospitals in India which is using AI platform. If you want to have a
Understood, sir.
hands-on training, we can able to support you.
Perfect, sir. Thanks for the session.
Thank you. Any other?
Any other queries? Participants, any other queries? Okay. I hope sir has addressed your doubts. Okay. So
If you want to have develop your own AI, we are there to support you from the industrial front. It's our I hope we are giving you a good offer here. If you want to able to generate your own AI, we need a data backup database from our side. We can able to give the database as well as interaction with the pathologists also. We have multiple pathologists with our portfolio. We can give the pathologist support also to you to generate our own AI. For the staff side also, as well as for the student sides, we are ready to support you. Raja sir, over to you. Thank you.
on behalf of Department of Biomedical Engineering, Jayasakti Engineering College, organizing committee, faculty members, and all participants of ATEL-sponsored online FDP on AI in pathology, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks for your exceptional session, sir, and your presentation on the role of AI in modern pathology and AI workflow in pathology are very attractive for the participants. We are confident that the knowledge you shared will significantly benefit our participants in their teaching and research. We are immensely grateful for the time and effort you invested in making our FDP successful, sir. Once again, I thank you for accepting our invitation and honoring us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So participants, tomorrow there will be a session uh, 7 and 8, 7 and 8, AI in drug discovery by expert Dr. K.M. Kumar from Pondicherry University, and session 8 will be the foreign expert from Ethiopia, Dr. D.P. Sharma. So we will see tomorrow, and I thank all the participants for their active participation and making a query and a doubt clarification, everything. I hope we can end the session.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.